Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sharma College of Science. And this video is from Mathematics Department, and I am your Mathematics lecturer, Jagdish M. You guys already know we started your BSc 5.2 Laplace transformation classes, and this video is part 3. Okay. In last class, we discussed about okay, guys. In last class, we discussed about the Laplace transformation of constant value. Okay, is equal to that given constant value divided by s. Okay, we already see some examples on this. We solved 7 by s and 5 by s minus 3 by s. Okay, instead of writing k, we took 7, 5, minus 3. Okay, the next one is Laplace transformation of e to the power k t, or you can write e to the power a t. Okay, this function is equals to 1 divided by s minus the given constant value. Okay, it may be k or it may be k. Okay, next one, the Laplace transformation of two functions. It is Laplace transformation of f of the first function plus g of the second function. This function is equal to the separate Laplace transformation of first function plus Laplace transformation of second function. Okay, uh, and we already seen some examples of it. This and the next task is Laplace transformation of sine of a t. Here, the sine of at is equal to a divided by s square plus a square. Okay, and the Laplace transformation of cos at. Okay, cos at is s divided by s square plus a square. I hope these all problems you guys solve. Okay, now this is the main function one, the Laplace transformation of sine of hyperbolic function of a t. Okay, we have to solve the given function sine h of a t to Laplace transformation. Okay, okay. Now the given equation we can write it is what you already know, guys. Sine hyperbolic function of x, we can also write it as e to the power x minus e to the power minus x divided by 2. Okay, here instead of x we have to write a t. That means e to the power at minus e to the power minus at divided by 2. Okay, we have to solve this function as simply as possible. Now say here and here is find function of hyperbolic of x of x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x divided by 2. Okay, we can write it is like this. It is Laplace transformation of e to the power at, that is e to the power x minus e to the power minus a, that is e to the power minus x divided by 2 as it is. Okay, I hope you guys understand this one. Next, this by 2 denominator by 2, I can write it is outside, that is 1 by 2. Then the Laplace transformation of first function minus the Laplace transformation of second function. Okay, you guys know already, this is my linearity property. Next, When we solve this one, this Laplace transformation of e to the power kt. You guys already know the value of this function. That is 1 divided by s minus a. Okay, and right here the same one. And next, the Laplace transformation of e to the power minus at. Okay, e to the power minus at means 1 divided by s minus of minus a. That is s of 1 divided by s of here, right? This function. When we simplify this function, 1 divided by as it is, this is constant function. Then we cross multiply here, s plus a minus s minus a, and the denominator is as it is, s minus a divided by s plus a. Okay, 1 by 2 s plus a minus s minus a divided by s minus a into s plus a. When we simplify this function, we get here s plus a as it is, minus into plus minus s, minus into minus plus a. Okay, then the plus s and minus s will cancel. We get here 2a by s square plus a square. Okay, and the constant function 1 by 2 as it is. Here 2 is cancelled, and the answer is a divided by s square minus a square. This function you guys already know, a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. Here s minus a, s plus a. That is s square minus. Okay, and our answer is the Laplace transformation of sine hyperbolic function of t is equals to a divided by s square minus a square. Okay, this is our resultant value. And similar as it is, we solve cos function. Okay, similar as it is cos function. Cos of hyperbolic function at, and you guys already know cos function of hyperbolic of x is equals to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x divided by 2. In sine function we use it here minus. In cos function we get plus. Okay, here it is cos to the power hyperbolic, cos into hyperbolic of x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x divided by 2. Here instead of writing x we write a t. Okay, solution. In given equation we can write it is like this function, L of e to the power x minus plus e to the power minus x divided by 2. Okay, x means a t. That is L of Laplace function of e to the power at plus Laplace function of e to the power minus at. Okay, then divided by 2. Why? Because of we already know this formula. The cos function of hyperbolic of x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x divided by 2. Okay. Next is when we simplify this function, the 1 by 2 function remains as it is in outside. Then the Laplace transformation of first function plus the Laplace transformation of second function. And we separate this function. Laplace transformation of f of t plus g of t is equal to Laplace transformation of first function plus Laplace transformation of second function. Okay, like this we get the property. We take this separate as L of e to the power at first function and plus e to the L of e to the power minus at. This is second function. And same here, you guys already know Laplace transformation of e to the power at is equals to 1 divided by s minus a, and the Laplace transformation of e to the power minus at. Okay, 1 divided by s of s minus minus of n. Okay, it is s plus a. I write here directly. This is 1 divided by s minus a, and this function 1 divided by s minus of minus a. It is s plus a. Okay, when we cross multiply this function, we get here s plus a plus s minus a. Okay, and in denominator s minus a into s plus a as it is. Okay, 1 by 2 constant value and s plus a plus s minus a. Here the plus a and minus a will get cancelled, and in denominator s minus a, s plus a as it is. This function we got here a minus b into a plus b. It is a square minus b square. This function we get a square minus a square. Okay. Then we will get here 2s divided by s square minus a square. And here one constant value 1 by 2 is there. And this 2 and this 2 get cancelled. We get s divided by s square minus a square. Okay. And our resultant value Laplace transformation of cos of hyperbolic of pt is equal to s divided by s square minus a square. In last function, Laplace transformation of sin hyperbolic of at, we get a divided by s square minus a square. Okay. Here this is the resultant value. I hope this one also you guys solved. And the next one, important one, the Laplace transformation of t to the power n is our given function to the power any constant value. Okay, this function we can write it. We already know the Laplace transformation of this is our definition. Laplace transformation of the function is equal to integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t into dt. Okay, this is our definition of Laplace transformation. Here we write it here t to the power n. That is the function f of t. Instead of writing f of t, we write here t to the power n. The Laplace transformation of t to the power n is equal to integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus st, and instead of writing f of t, we write here t to the power n into dt as it is. Okay. Now carefully, listen here carefully. Instead of writing st, put, I substitute the value, put st is equal to x. Instead of writing st, I write x, and here t tends to 0, that means x tends to 0. T tends to infinity and x also tends to infinity. This is our limit. Then this function I substitute here integration over 0 to infinity as it is e to the power minus, instead of writing st, I write minus x, and t to the power n. T to the power n means here st is equal to x, so just t is equal to x by s. Okay, and here t to the power n is there. T to the power n means x by s whole to the power n. Okay, and one more thing, and here s into dt is equal to dx. Okay, just dt is equal to dx by s. Okay, instead of writing dt, I write dx by s. Okay, I will repeat once again this function. Laplace transformation of the constant e to the power n function is equal to integration of 0 to infinity e to the power st, and instead of writing f of t, I write here the given function, that is e to the power n dt. Okay, and I substitute the value some. I changes some values. Instead of writing S T, I write X. And instead of only T, I write X by S. And here St is equal to X, and the constant function S into differentiate of first one, T is equal to differentiation function of X. It is just dt is equal to dx by S. Okay. Remember guys, listen here carefully these points. And here I substitute the same value here. Integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus s. St is our x is minus x. Then t to the power n. T to the power n means x by s over to the power n. Okay. This one. And the dt differentiation of t is equal to dx by s. Okay. Okay, now you simplify this function as much as simplest form. Integration over 0 to infinity as it is, e to the power minus x as it is, and when we separated this function, x to the power n in divided by s to the power n. Okay, dx by s as it is. Then this function, sorry here, 1 divided by s to the power n, 1 divided by s, we get here 1 divided by s to the power n plus n. And this function is constant value. That's why we take here outside it is. Then the remaining integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into this only function x to the power n into dx as it is. Okay. Okay. Here some important is there. This is our last step. Is 1 divided by s to the power n plus 1 integration over 0 to infinity e to the power x to the power n dx. And here one important thing is there. You have to remember this function. This is gamma function. Okay. Gamma function. And the gamma function of n is equal to integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x x to the power n minus 1 dx. Okay, that means listen here carefully. That means integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x x to the power n minus 1 dx is equals to these functions is equals to gamma of n. Okay, gamma of n. That means instead of writing these functions, we can write this as gamma of n. Okay. So here once again I'll explain this one. Integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x x to the power n minus 1 dx is equal to gamma of n. It is instead of writing this function, we can write gamma of n. Okay. This one is clear, I hope. But in our problem, we have only n, x to the power n. But the gamma function is x to the power n minus 1. Okay. That's why we substitute here. Put n is equal to n plus 1. Okay. Listen carefully here. N is equal to n plus 1. We put the value n is equal to n plus 1. Then our function will becomes integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x, then x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 dx. Okay, and the gamma of n plus 1. That means here the gamma of n is there, and we substitute n is equal to n plus 1. That's become n into gamma of n plus 1. And here the plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. The plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. And we got here integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x x to the power, it is n minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. We get only x to the power n dx is equal to gamma to the function of n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1, n plus 1. Here, integration over 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 dx equals to gamma to the power function of n plus 1. Okay, we get here integration of 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n dx is equals to gamma into n plus 1. That is, instead of writing this function, we can write this gamma of n plus 1. Okay, gamma of n plus 1, and this is our given, or our, we know that this function is in our problem. Okay, now here the constant term 1 divided by s to the power n plus 1 as it is, and instead of writing this function, we can write it is gamma of n plus 1. Okay, the next step is, okay, the next step is 1 divided by s to the power n plus 1 and the gamma of n plus 1, and the gamma of n plus 1 is equals to n factorial. Okay, this function is equal to n factorial. This is by proof of gamma function. You guys already know. Okay, now this function we can write in simplest form. It is the gamma function of n plus 1 is equals to n factorial, and the constant term becomes in denominator n s to the power n plus 1. Okay, and our resultant value is Laplace transformation of t to the power n is equals to n factorial divided by s to the power n plus 1. Okay, okay, I hope this function, this value is okay. This is your important one. You have to remember these all functions. This called your standard functions. Okay, this called your standard functions. It means your formula. Here, the list of Laplace transformation of some standard functions. We have already solved these functions. It is Laplace transformation of constant length. Okay, is equals to 1 by s. We solve this function and we solve this same remaining. Instead of writing the constant of any value, we write here as k, and the answer is that given constant value divided by s. Okay, here k is constant. Next, the Laplace transformation of e to the power a t. Okay, e to the power a t is 1 divided by s minus a. And we also solved Laplace transformation of e to the power kt. It is 1 divided by s minus a. Here k and here nothing difference between these two equations. Then Laplace transformation of here we have to Laplace carefully here. So this one. Laplace transformation of sin a t, that is a divided by s square plus a square. And Laplace transformation of cos 80 is s divided by s square plus a square. And we just solve these functions. Laplace transformation of sine of hyperbolic of 80 is equal to a divided by s square minus b square. And Laplace transformation of cos hyperbolic of 80 is equal to s divided by s square minus b square. Okay. Now you guys just observe these two functions. That means sine and cos. You will get some same functions here. That means Laplace transformation of sine of 80. Okay. Here a divided by the sine means and the Laplace transformation of sine of hyperbolic of 80 is also a divided. Okay. That means wherever we get sine here, the resultant in numerator we get a. And when it's in hyperbolic function, we get s square minus. Okay, wait. Once again, we'll explain simply as Laplace transformation of sine of 80 and Laplace transformation of sine of hyperbolic of 80. Okay, then whenever we get sine here, we get a divided by a divided by. And s square a square s square a square s square a square square a square common here. So s square a square s square a square. When it is in normal form, we get plus. When it is in hyperbolic form, we get minus. Okay? You have to listen carefully once again. Sine of 80. When sine is comes, it becomes a. Okay? When cos comes, we in numerator we write s. And when the normal form we get in sine function a s square a square a s square a square and s square a square s square. Okay, here in sine of normal form, in sine numerator a common, in cos in denominator in numerator s is common. Okay, when it is normal form s square a square, in middle we get plus. When it is in hyperbolic function, we get s square minus. And when cos function is there, same as cos of 80, normal cos of 80, here we get s square plus a square. And when hyperbolic function comes, minus s square minus a square. These two functions same, these two functions same. Okay, when normal form is come, in denominator s square plus a square is come. When hyperbolic function will come, normal in denominator s square minus a square comes. Okay, and you have to remember these two functions. When sine is there in numerator, we will write a. When cos is comes in numerator, we will write x. Okay, and this is last function. We just solve the Laplace transformation of t to the power n is equal to n factorial divided by x to the power n plus 1. This n will our gamma function. Okay. I hope you guys today's class you understand all the problems. And one important note one is there. That means to find the Laplace transformation of a to the power t. Okay, last problem we solved t to the power n, and here we have a to the power t to the power t. Okay, and this function we can write it is a to the power t, we write e to the power log of a to the power t. Okay, and this is exponential form of log x is equals to the same x only. That's why instead of writing this, we'll write e to the power log of a t instead of writing a t. Okay. Now these functions will write here e to the power log a to the e power t. This function will write, we know already guys, log a to the power m is equal to m into log of a. Same here, we'll write t into e to the power t into log a. Okay, this function you guys already know. And here, when we apply the Laplace transformation, when we apply the Laplace transformation of a to the power t is equals to Laplace transformation of e to the power. This function I write it in that simplest form. That is, we have e to the power t log a, and I write here e to the power log a into t. Okay, and when we apply the Laplace transformation formula, L Laplace transformation of e to the power log a into t. Okay, log a into t. And you guys already know the Laplace transformation of e to the power t function is 1 divided by s minus a. And here, instead of writing a, we will write log of a. That means our answer is 1 divided by s minus log of a. Okay. Okay. Yes. You know, Laplace transformation of e to the power dt is equals to 1 divided by s minus. And here, instead of a, we have log of a. That means we'll write 1 divided by s minus of log of a. Okay. This is our result. Okay. I hope today's class, you have understand these functions. If you have any doubt regarding the classes, you can text me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.